Studios 90, I'm Snazzy, and this is Creature in the Sky, episode 6. We're now back where we're going to be returning to basically fight the war against Chaos, of course. And that's where we're going to basically fight him and defeat the ultimate darkness. So let's continue the fight as we proceed into the darkness. So here we go. So we're going to proceed back where we're at the Spellpunk Library, where we unlock the history of the Skylanders and the darkness.
Hot streak.
Here we go. And here's our character, Spitfire. So now we're going to go and talk to Flint.
So, we are going to a library to hunt for old books. Boring!
Yep, we're now going to go and hunt for some old books. Not exactly interesting, if I might say so myself, but it's to be able to uncover a mystery.
Wow, this place is incredible. Look at all these books. I could stay in here forever.
Stay focused, Hugo. We're here for one thing, to figure out how to stop the darkness. And be careful. This is no ordinary library.
Come on, Callie, it's just a bunch of stupid moldy books. It's the most boring quest ever.
He was saying...
Gotcha! You see? And that's why I don't read.
The Coming of the Darkness by Pumphrey LaFuzzbottom. Great job, Flynn! This is exactly what we're looking for.
It is? I mean, of course it is. You know, I gotta admit that first chapter really pulls you in.
So we're now going to get pulled into a serious number of books, and as we're going to go along, we're going to hunt down and find out the mysteries of the darkness.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger in this zone.
I think I found a book about the darkness, but since this library is cursed, it might be best if you open it.
So now we're going to open the first book.
Within these pages that will give us a clue to stopping it. Have a look, Skylander, and be careful.
So we're now going to go inside the book and hunt for the mysteries of the darkness.
The ancients explored the universe using magical relics called rift engines. But in their haste to spread the light of Skylands to other worlds, they created a powerful rift engine that opened a door to a forbidden world and unleashed a destructive force into Skylands, the darkness. Centuries later, in the age of the Portal Masters, the Skylanders had become the greatest champions the world had ever known. No enemy or debris could stand before their might. But the darkness was still out there, somewhere, laying in wait. Suddenly, tremors and aftershocks rumbled throughout the land. Some great evil was being conjured in the arcane keep of the Spellpunks. The devious Spellpunks had unearthed the very same cursed relic that had allowed darkness into Skylands centuries ago. The Dark Rift Engine. The Spellpunks had to be stopped before they could use its power to awaken the darkness. But the way to the Citadel had grown treacherous. Danger sprang from the shadows.
No way. No.
The Spellpunks were drawing magic from the Dark Rift Engine, feeding power to the darkness.
Oh, no, wow. Yep.
The Skylanders fought their way through the danger, charging into the mouth of the Spellpunk Keep.
Badger.
But then, without warning, all of Skylands began to quake. And a wave of fear swept over the land as a great and terrible shadow erupted from the keep. It bellowed in a deep and malevolent voice. Behold, Skylands, I have returned. All shall fear and obey me. I am the darkness.
I had always heard that it was the ancients who let the darkness into Skylands, but I've never heard about that Dark Rift Engine. Still, we don't know how they managed to finally defeat it. We'll have to keep looking, Skylander. Maybe one of the others found something useful.
Hey, Skylander, look at this! You should try this. The Charge of the First Light Squadron. It's about an elite squad of fighter pilots who took on the overwhelming forces of evil. Looks pretty turbulent in there. Best if you summon a sky vehicle if you want to take a look. All right, we'll come back with a sky vehicle when you're ready. You should check with Flint. He might have found something useful. Hey, it's possible.
So now let's go and check out, see what Flynn's got.
Hey, Skylander, you gotta see this book. Looks like this one here talks about how the Core of Light got made to give the darkness the old beatdown. There's probably more inside, but I'm not really in a hurry to crack it open, if you know what I mean, because it's kind of cursed, but you go right ahead.
So now it's time to go through the ancient plans, and plus, so you know, for anybody who likes playing this game, you don't have to do this in order. You can go through any book and any order from which it basically tells you to do it as. So now we're going to explore the ancient plan.
The War of the Darkness had nearly been lost, as all of Skylands was being held in its terrible grip. But there was one chance. A mythical device built by the ancients to combat the darkness had been discovered. It was called the Core of Light. But finding its location would be the most dangerous mission of them all. The darkness knew the Core of Light would be its end, and so it attacked. Its dark power was beyond comprehension. It shattered mountains and bridges with casual disdain.
Money.
The darkness's rage was earth-shaking and all-consuming, for it knew that in order for its power to grow, the Core of Light must stay hidden. Undaunted, even in the face of this great evil, the Skylanders continued the quest. its evil servants to do its terrible bidding. But they would fall before the Skylander like limp bundles of experience and treasure.
There we go. Bye-bye.
The darkness grew desperate. Again and again it attacked with renewed fury. Only to be turned back by the brave Skylanders. And then, after a long journey, the lost citadel of the Portal Masters had been reached. The radiant purity of the core of light had been found at last. But in the distance, the darkness raged on.
Wowzers! Looks like the darkness almost conquered Skylands back in the olden days until they used the trusty core of light. But it stopped right before the good part. I totally can't wait to find out what happens next. Maybe the one Mags found will have more info. Don't keep me in suspense!
Ah. So now we've got to go and find out what Mags has got.
Check this out. I'm not sure it'll help us much, but it's kind of a cool read. It's all about an evil Hydra monster. I've heard of that. Well, it turns out it used to be like a pet of some dark portal masters. Can you imagine that? It's like trying to housebreak a rabid honey badger. Not a good idea. Looks like you'll need a sea vehicle to read this one.
And unfortunately at the moment I haven't got the actual facilities for a Hydra facility at the moment for the sea vehicle. So we're not going to be doing that one for the moment.
Come back with the sea vehicle when you're set. I bet the next book is going to be even more exciting than this one. I think Hugo's finally managed to decide on one. You should go find him before he changes his mind.
So now it's time to go to speak to Hugo, where we got the land vehicle. Unfortunately, I just died, which isn't really helpful, but oh well. So now what we're going to do is this land vehicle.
I'm glad you're here. This book here is called To Light the Dark by Pomfrey LaFuzzbottom.
Interesting name.
I didn't read much, but it talks about using the core of light to fight the darkness. This could be the one.
So now we're going to go to the core of light vehicle, obviously as in the vehicle which is for land. And we're now going to enter the core of light book, so here we go.
The forces of good had discovered the hidden location of the core of light, but they soon realized that the ancients had never completed this great machine, a secret that to this day has been forgotten. But with the darkness closing in for the final blow, they had no choice. They would power up the core and risk everything in a final battle. And they would hope that even an incomplete core of light would be enough to keep the darkness at bay. The Skylander sped into action. There was only one chance. An all-out attack to drive the darkness toward the core itself. But the darkness would not go easily. The darkness laid snares and traps for the Skylander.
Whoa,
The Skylander, however, would not be halted. Desperate, the darkness unleashed its full power. It Its dark might seared the sky, tearing across the land. Their battle echoed across all Skylands, trading blows that shattered islands in their wake.
No way.
Inch by inch, it was pushed back until it was in range of the core. And then its glorious light filled the sky. With the core of light holding it at bay, it was forced to flee and hide in the deepest, darkest parts of Skylands once again. But for how long? One day it will return for its revenge. In order to destroy the darkness once and for all, the secret to completing the core of light and unleashing its true power must be found. This will be my life's work.
So that's the true reveal of how to defeat the darkness. And I'm rank 15. I'm gonna go for the Colonyx shield.
Any ideas?
LaFuzzbottom!
What'd you call me?
Callie is right. You must seek out the author of that book. If any living being knows how to complete the core, it is Pomfrey LaFuzzbottom.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find this pom-pom fuzzy bottom guy and turn this core of light into the most awesome weapon ever!
That's Tessa! She shouldn't be trying to fly in these skies, it's too dangerous!
Hopefully the bird broke her fall.
Whoa, that looked like a pretty hard landing. You'd better go check on Tessa, Skylander. I need to examine the book we got from the Spellpunk library for leads on Pomfrey's whereabouts.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go and check on Tessa.
Tessa, are you alright?
Yeah, I'd say your squawking feather mattress could use a little flying lesson from old Captain Flynn.
I'm fine, guys. Just a little shook up. And it wasn't Whisker's fault, Flynn. These skies are getting more dangerous by the minute. We had to evacuate all of Woodboro to get away from the Sky Eater. And they're safe for now, so I decided to come here to help.
We'll take all the help we can get. Come on, let's get you up to speed.
Allow me. You see, Tessa, it all started with an enchilada.
This could take a while, Skylander. Why don't you go let Master Eon know that Tessa is okay?
I really don't know what this has to do with this.
Now we're gonna go and talk to Eon to inform him that Tessa is absolutely fine and well.
Greetings, Portal Master. You have come far in your time here in Skylands, but there is much more to learn. Here is where you can access all things related to Portal Mastery.
So here you can collect anything, which is statistics, powers, emblems, collection, all from here. So for now we're not going to go into that, we're going to go back.
Continue on your path of courage, and soon you will ascend to our highest ranks. A grand adventure awaits you, Portal Master.
Master Eon, I found him! I found LaFuzzbottom. According to a passage in his final book, he planned to retire to the Gadfly Glades to work in solitude.
Well done, Hugo. Seek out Flynn when you are ready to leave.
So now what we're going to do, we're going to head towards Flynn, but obviously this is going to be a very short episode today, so in the next episode we'll be doing an awesome episode where we're going to meet a new character of Skylands. And of course, without further ado, obviously, please do watch the Skylanders Imaginators show, which is called The Rise of Imagination. Please check that one out, of course. Until next time, I'm Snazzy, this is Snazzy Gaming Studios 90. Thank you so much for watching. This is Snazzy, signing off. Goodbye for now. Ching ching.